World Liberty Financial, I think institutions connects politics, stablecoins, and treasuries. It's mad because Trump's actually making a new coin that launches next week. You can literally get it right here on the pre-market. So on this, I wouldn't recommend any leverage because it's quite volatile. So I'd go on 1x because you can actually trade on 1x on MEXC, and that's how I bought it. I bought it a bit lower, about this level here, about 24 cents virtual bacon actually bought in, and loaded in at about 0.22 to 0.24. I should have actually loaded in more, and he's actually built a 7-figure position on this because look at how many people it's including. It includes Trump. Maybe he'll deny it in the future, but who knows? With the launch, it might pump and we might make a bit of bread. You can also use some bots on Pionex. I was going to do spot trading on there, but I live in the UK, so it's harder to do that. Currently, it looks like a rising wedge which is forming. We need a blast off because it does look like a rounded bottom. Hopefully, we do go higher, but there's affiliated tokens to it. With these tokens, I don't really trust them. Plus, they've pumped in the last 2 hours, so maybe you need to wait for a correction on World Liberty Financial, and then you'll get better entries on this because the other token, Dolomite, is pumping. It's at all-time highs. I won't even go near this because the website actually looks like a scam. It's not the worst website in the world, but I just wouldn't go near it. Block does definitely have a better chart. 4 entries for you to not lose money, but still, I still think it's overpriced. Plus, with the token allocations, I don't really rate it. But its Twitter does look very professional, I'm not going to lie, which is mad. Another thing, we're still looking bullish, so tentatively bullish on the market, and we'll bid any dips that we have today, as I believe the bottom is very close, says the Gem Hunters chat. And I sort of believe the same thing. I think in the medium term we do see a major correction, but in the short term I'm bullish, long term bullish, medium term bearish. Now, Bitcoin, it does look like it wants to bounce off this trend line, which is good. We look at the stocks. We haven't looked at them for a while, but now they're all in profit. I remember when Novo was bleeding and I showed you on this channel, but all of them are looking good at the moment. And the liquidations on the 1 day are looking quite even. On the 7 day, it is looking like it wants to go higher, especially to about 112, 113k. That's not immediately higher, but I mean, it is a little bit higher from where we're at the moment. And nothing is standing out with Keyboard Cat actually. It's starting to move. Is that on base? I thought that was a Solana play. Damn, that would have been nice picking some of that up there. It would have been very, very, very nice picking some of that up there. Nothing else which is standing out today. I think with the Fear and Greed Index, we're still in around neutral, aren't we? Yeah, we're in neutral. We almost touched fear. And this is usually how people act, so they usually sell when it does get boring. And the CME gap is at 117k. I wonder if we do close it. But Bitcoin seasonality for the second half of the year does look bearish. This is why I'm leaning towards a bearish outlook, especially with global liquidity currently going downwards. Is it going to actually show me this chart, global liquidity chart? The M2 chart. Yeah, look, it's going down, bro. So global liquidity is going down. Bitcoin is going to see a correction, I believe, because usually, and it has been a very good indicator for us so far, but usually once Bitcoin goes up, it reaches the expansive phase, so there is room for upside, especially when everybody's left the casino. People are leaving, bruh, they don't want to be here. It does look like a rising wedge, which is nasty. And I think we will see further downside like this here. People don't want to believe it, but I believe this is definitely on the cards. Don't know if 80k is on the cards, but we're definitely going to see some downside, especially with this double top forming here. Massive rising wedge, which has broken down. Let's see how it plays out.